Hey everyone, me and MultiAwesome are going to hopefully be queuing up to do the first STF, the Infected. But here we're on DS9 for a second because he needs to show me something important about the STFs.
So basically, this is the first area that you're going to want to head to. This is in DS9, which is basically the Special Task Force area. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of people here. So this is where you get all the gear, and this is where you'll essentially want to queue up. So you can talk to everyone. So first up, we're going to talk to Admiral Devak, which was the first person you'd get the quests from before, but now you don't do quests, you actually queue up. So he's going to tell us about Special Task Forces and what we need to do.
The Borg won't negotiate and they
Go
won't
ahead.
stop. We are the only thing that stands between them and the Alpha Quadrant. I guess
Okay,
it's you asked to
first
see me,
I'll
right?
read this then first. Okay, so I've already done the option, I guess. So read that, and that'll tell you everything.
Yes, I did. I was informed by Starfleet Command that you are eligible for inclusion into the Military Command Assault Operations, otherwise known as MACO. We are a thin line that separates the Federation from Renation. Well, that's the first time I've ever heard that word. It is our job to take on the most impossible task and make them possible. Special task forces aren't for everyone, Varric, and the rewards for those who can complete them are worth the effort. From what I hear, you and the USS Luna are more than up to the task. Completing my missions will not be easy, but I and my officers will do all I can to help you. You will earn the finest weapons and armor that the Alpha Quadrant has to offer, and you will be able to outfit the Luna with equipment that will make you the envy of your fellow officers. Even special personnel or resources will be available to you. I want to prepare you for what's to come, so I am authorizing my requisitions officers to give you a weapon designed for combating the Collective. See her to learn more. Good luck, Admiral. You're going to need it.
Okay, so just quickly to mention, this is some of the equipment I've put in chat. So that's some of the equipment you can actually get from the Special Task Forces. And it is definitely the best in the game, and it's better than the stuff that you'll get in the episodes as well, the featured episodes. So one thing we're going to want to talk to is, I'll quickly run through these because, okay, basically Omega Force is the, Omega Force is the one that is the group that is representing both Federation and the Klingon Empire. It's not ruled by either, and it's basically a task force to fight the Borg. It's that simple. And that's the one, there's the equipment set that can be got by both Federation and Klingon. And then the Federation and Klingon have a unique one, which is called the MACO and the Honor Guard. So MACO is from Enterprise, which is an elite group of commandos, which were mainly meant for the security of the Federation, but now it's meant to combat the Borg. And the same for the Honor Guard, which is basically for emergencies that will stop problems in the Empire. And yeah, so that's basically it. So one thing that we're also going to want to do is talk about what is a Special Task Force and how can I join. Shall I read this one, or do you want to keep reading?
Yeah, you can read those.
Alright, okay, so what is a Special Task Force? Special Task Forces are missions for the best of the best. Team challenges that require an entire group to complete. STFs are some of the most difficult and rewarding missions in Star Trek Online. In them, you'll fight the greatest threats to the Alpha Quadrant. You must be level 45 or higher to participate in an STF. To join an STF, access your mission journal. From there, you can click the volunteer button on your overview page to access the PvE PvE can also be available on the bottom of your minimap to the right of the duty officers button. Okay, so there's two types of STFs. There's normal and there's elite. So this is the normal ones. Normal STFs are designed for players new to STFs or who are playing in a group that may be unfamiliar with the challenges presented by the STFs. You can access normal STFs any time after you reach level 45. Normal STFs can give you the chance to earn Mark X and Mark XI gear. So that's the starting stuff. So basically, if you're not very familiar with them, this is the place to go. And you'll get the most basic gear that's available for STFs. So the elite one is basically for the elite. So when you reach level 51, you can choose to participate in elite STFs. The challenges of elite STFs are designed for expert players and groups accustomed to working together as a team. Not everyone can complete an elite STF. Elite STFs give you a chance to earn Mark XI and Mark XII gear. So the XII gear is the highest that you can get, Mark 12 rather. So that's the best that you can get. So that's what you're eventually going to get as maximum. So that is basically what Special Task Forces are. So there's 3 of them right now, and they do have their own set of stories, and it's leading up to Into the Hive, which may eventually come out. where you will hopefully eventually face the Borg team that you want in effect, because the old one was destroyed in First Contact, the movie, and also in Voyager, but whatever, you know what I mean. So yeah, basically, the first one is infected, and then the second one is Kittimer Accord. The second one is the Cure rather, and the third is Kittimer Accord. So each of them is gradually a higher level and gradually giving better gear and harder challenges. And obviously the elite is the highest that you can get. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. So that's basically what Special Task Forces are. So now we're going to talk to Commander Roxy, who is next to Admiral Devac, and she will tell you about the gear. So yeah.
No, not that person. This person. Hello, Vice Admiral. How can I help you today? I was told to speak to you. Admiral Devac has authorized me to give you a requisition for a Mark X weapon. You can use that to choose whatever weapon you want from the officers here. Once you begin completing STF missions, you'll be able to earn more requisitions for equipment for you and your ship. I look forward to seeing you back here often, Admiral. We can use more officers like you in the Omega Force. The Borg won't stop. We must be just as relentless.
Alright, so is that the end of the conversation?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay, so you've got a Mark X requisition order, which will allow you to get a Mark X weapon, like you said. I think this is only for a ground weapon, but it might be for space as well. So you'll talk to her to redeem the various things that you can get at the end of missions. But since you've got a Mark X requisition, you have to talk to the space and ground equipment vendors, which are over here. So, do you want a ground or space weapon? I don't know which is which for the requisition order you got, but check which one you want and you'll be able to choose. So, do you want space or ground?
Space or ground? Let's. I don't know. What do you usually get?
Well, personally, space missions give the most useful loot. Since I mean, ground is good and all, but well, what do you really need? I mean, just check your character and check which item you may need. I've got the ground weapons I want, but it depends on what you need, really. So, do you need a ground or space weapon? I mean, I
might just go with
the
space weapon.
Alright. So, yeah. So, obviously, you're going to want the Mark X equipment, since that's what you were authorized to get. And then you can go Borg Standard Issue or Special Reserve. Borg Standard Issue is basically the basic weapons, which is like your anti-proton, phaser, disruptor, blah blah. And then the Special Reserve ones are the shield, impulse, and deflector array for Mako and Omega. So first, you're going to want to go just to the Mark X and Standard Issue. So then you can either choose a ship weapon or a ship equipment. So I would imagine you'll want a weapon.
There we go. I got what I want.
Okay, so which one did you get?
I got a phaser beam array for my ship.
Okay, you got a beam array. Okay then. So yeah, so that's the most basic STF gear that you can get right now. So they will have increased damage against Borg, a crit chance, and accuracy. So they're pretty good items for the start. Okay, the last thing before we queue is, as I put in chat, is the encrypted data chips. Now these have a chance to be dropped off enemies, and they will always be acquired at the end of STFs. So they're used to requisition new equipment from the officer here in DS9. So basically you can redeem these to get requisition orders like you got at the very beginning. So you can redeem them and get to Mark X, XI, or actually you can only get a Mark X or an XI. You can only get Mark XII after getting prototype Borg salvage, which will let you get special items. So the base currency that you'll use is encrypted data chips. So, and then you'll have Borg salvage, and then you'll have Borg tech. And the tech is the highest that you'll get, so that'll only be able to drop from elite STFs, and that will give the Mark XII special stuff, which is the Mako or Omega Force stuff. So that's where you'll get all the special gear, basically.
Okay, but for these videos, I'll just be doing the normal deal.
Yes. So basically, like she said, so we're just going to want to go into the Hail Starfleet menu, and then go and volunteer for PvE missions. Okay, so since you've got everything equipped, we are pretty much ready to queue up. So first of all, we are going to do infected space normal, I guess. So shall we queue up?
Yes.
Alright then, here we go. Okay, so we'll only take a couple of minutes since there's quite a few people queued, so it'll only take a bit. And once we're in, we shall do the mission. Now, we're probably not going to do the optional objective since you're going to be reading everything, and we're going to try and keep it as much as the story as possible. The optional objective is actually to complete the mission in 15 minutes. And, well, I'll explain more once we get in. So basically,
did you say the optional deal is
to
to complete it in 50 minutes?
15.
15? Well, we can try. I mean, we can try that. As you know, I'm sure you saw in my deal where I did the Vault mission. I didn't read everything because I was in a rush.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to be in that much of a rush. I mean, if you want, I can quickly skim through it. Okay, so we'll engage. So
well,
basically, all I'm going to say is, go on. Right, so basically, we're just going to do the story. So basically, as it says, there's 200 people on the Starbase, Starbase 82. They've gone missing. We've basically lost contact. And this is in Borg space, if you have played the former missions. So we're going to have to find out what happens. And as we come in, we shall see some Borg ships. I'll quickly skim through this. Captain, all attempts to hail the starbase have failed and our scans are being blocked. It's the Borg, sir. We need to engage the patrols around the base. Once the area is secured, we can determine if there are any survivors. So basically, we've got to destroy all these Borg. And once we do that, the transwarp gate is going to become active and it's going to start pushing Borg through into the area. And we're going to have to be a bit quick with this if we want to survive. But luckily this is normal, so it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think when I first did this, the guy who was leading the thing had it set to elite.
Well, this is normal, so no big deal. Okay, so one thing about the optional objective that I'm quickly going to mention is there's going to be these transformers around it, at the side of the gate. Once the gate activates, they will activate as well. And